What's going on, guys? It's Immortal Jake back at it with another tutorial video. Today we're doing Jormungandr. If you like the video, leave a like, comment down below what else you'd like to see, and of course subscribe, hit the bell for notifications whenever I go live and upload videos. Now with all that out of the way, let's get to it. Alright guys, let's get started with his basic attacks, okay? So we'll start with his running attack. Hyper armored jumping heavy, okay? You'll sprint, do your heavy, and he will unleash this massive whammy to the opponent. Very fun. It's actually viable in ones due to it having hyper armor, all the goodness of that. His lights. Now his lights used to have undodgeable properties on the second hit, but they don't anymore. Instead, we've got a 12 to 14 damage chain if you do 2 of them in a row. They are a lot better in the animation than they used to be. I didn't really like the little jabs with the hammer, but the nice swing with it, I feel it. His heavies have hyper armor on the initial heavy of a chain. Okay? So hyper armor, and then if you follow that heavy with another heavy, it becomes unblockable. Of course, this heavy has movement properties, so that means you can move them into the walls by throwing a heavy and wall splat them for an additional heavy just by landing that heavy on them. So I'm sure you figured already he's gonna have some bully properties with his hyper armor. His zone comes out from the right side if done from neutral, and it has no bonus properties aside from being able to continue into a chain, such as the light, the heavy, or the bash. Speaking of his bash, he has 2. His first bash is just a simple gut punch. To do it, you'll simply dodge forward and press the guard break button, and you can follow this up with a light that's guaranteed no matter which direction. And the bash that I'm sure all of you have been waiting for, the Jotun Farewell. To do this bash, you'll simply press the guard break button after any starter attack. Those are as follows: light into bash, heavy into the bash, zone into the bash. You can also do a dodge attack into the bash. Now once it's landed, you simply follow up by pressing the heavy button for your Hammer Slam attack, which is guaranteed. The bash can also be feinted, so keep that in mind when you're doing it. You can always feint into a guard break for mix-ups. This is obviously one of his funner moves to actually land, of course, and it also is one of his most damaging moves. But moving on though, since we've already mentioned his dodge attack, let's go over it very quickly. To do his dodge attack, you'll dodge and press your light button. Now the dodge attack is meh in my opinion, but it can be chained and followed up, so I would say it's a decent one, of course. Now for his forward dodge attack, it's not a light attack, it's actually a heavy attack. This also gets hyper armor, so you can go ahead and trade with it. It starts up about halfway through the animation, but it is still viable. So now that we've gone over his basic attacks, let's talk about his chains. Now, as you can see, since I've moved my camera down, you can see his moveset. Those are pretty much all of his chains, okay? So we've got his light, pretty quick, right? We got a light heavy, we have a heavy light, and then of course the heavy. Now, if you use a heavy for your finisher, it always becomes unblockable. It doesn't matter what attack comes before it, okay? One thing that these chains do not tell you is that they can actually be linked. Now, to do the link, you're gonna zone. What? Yes, zone. So you can end a chain and follow up with the zone, and then chain your zone into other attacks, which I find to be a little iffy at times, but it is actually kind of satisfying to know that you can actually link his chains together by simply zoning to continue the chain. It's quite fun, actually. You could potentially do an infinite loop with him if you choose to, though do prepare to be parried, because the zone is actually a slower attack in the middle of these chains. As you can see, it does get hyper armor, but it is still not the fastest option that you can potentially go for. Now his dodge attacks can actually be followed up into chains as well. As I mentioned earlier, his heavy can as well, so you can simply throw another heavy and then loop it with that zone and follow up. Now the only thing weird about this chain is that it does leave you only available to do your bash after your zone. Now, for instance, if you were to do a full chain, like heavy, right? That's technically a chain. You can't do the bash after that second heavy. See? It goes into a regular guard break. You would have to wait for the full chain to land, and then do your zone to continue, and after the zone, you can guard break again. Okay, so keep that in mind, though, if you try to go for your little slam attack in the middle of these, like, linked chains. You have to do it at the end of a zone, or after the first hit of any of the chains. You can't do it after your second hit of a chain. Honestly, with Jormungandr, you're gonna have to use his hyper armor to get through some situations, but it's not too bad. He's got a pretty decent kit, honestly, so you can kind of play him how you want. In regards to what combo you like the most, you can do your double light, your light into your heavy, whatever it is. Even though it consumes a lot of stamina to do zone in the middle of your chains every now and then, and if you're going to continue like attacking with the zone, if you would manage to land your bash in the middle of all this nonsense chaos, you get all your stamina right back. So I would say, honestly, just feel free to go ham with him. Well, now we've gone over his chains, his basics. Let's go into punishes. Now on guard break, you actually get a light, which is 10 damage for the knee, and then you can follow it up with another light. Or you can alternately follow it up with the heavy, that's not guaranteed. The light into light is actually 22 damage, so it's pretty decent. It's more than if you followed up with just a heavy on guard break, which is 12. Unless you manage to wall splat with that heavy, at which point it becomes 32 damage, because the guaranteed heavy follow-up after your heavy. If you're not near a wall though, I would highly recommend just doing a double light, so for the knee and then the light. The knee is done by pressing light, obviously, after a guard break. Now, alternately from the light, you could do a light zone, so you could light and then zone for 23 damage. It's really up to you, honestly. They're pretty much the same damage. Now on light parry, go for a top heavy. You get 22 damage, and it's guaranteed, so you might as well go for it. Now on heavy parry, you could do a light, of course. You could do a light, 12 damage, but Jorm has a follow-up on parry with the guard break button that does a 16 damage bash. So he'll bash him back, and you can follow up with a heavy afterwards, obviously into your finisher chains. So on heavy parries, just go for that follow-up bash. I mean, honestly, 16 damage is not bad for a bash. Considering there's other characters who have bashes that follow up parries that don't do much damage, I think it's pretty good. Now, when you're out of stamina and you land a light parry, you can get a light. If you land a guard break, you can get a light. And if you land a wall splat, you can follow up with a regular heavy. When your opponent's out of stamina, on toss, you can only really do the hammer slam for max damage. At least that's the only thing I've noticed on guard break. I've tried lighting into the slam, but it just doesn't seem to work for me. I whiff every time and get the slam after. So if anyone knows anything else off guard break punish, let me know. On parry, you'll get that full combo. Light into the heavy slam. Doesn't matter which way you throw the light, they all do 12 damage, and the heavy comes out the same way, no matter what. 30 damage. So 42 damage on parries, 30 damages on out of stamina guard breaks. Don't forget to link your zones in the middle of your chains in order to continue them, or after a zone, go into the knockdown bash, which can be followed up with a heavy. Don't forget that the bash itself can be feinted into another guard break or another attack. So that's a good one for mind games, guys. Other than that, that's his whole moveset. So let's see him in action. All right, guys, we have a Zerk for the first match. Alpaca. What up, Alpaca? What you doing? Oh. Whoa, sir. That was a little bit of rudeness. Well, I'm not surprised. You are a Zerk, aren't you? Nice. No. Oh, Billy. I don't think Alpaca likes us very much. Alright, let's let him come over here. Okay. Some nonsense right now, Billy. On that wall. What a bully! Oh my god, guys, Jorm is such a bully. That is messed up. Oh man, his out of stamina game is freaking mint. Ooh. Give me that. Ooh. Give me that. Good fight, my friend. I gotta get. He doesn't have very many executions. I was looking at him earlier. But the lightning one, where it's like a one of those machines that test your strength or whatever, it's like he hits their feet, and a lightning bolt shoots from their feet up to their head and blows them up. Epic. All right, my friend. What was that? What the hell that was? Oh. Damn, bro. I can't believe I baited it out and I didn't get the parry. I'm so bad. Good fight. Alright, guys. Centurion for match 2. Okay, let's see how this goes. Ooh, he's a flashy Centurion. Ooh! What the hell? Whoa, okay, every single light after the follow-up, he parried? All from different directions? Okay, he must be a god. We're dealing with the real man here, boys. No. Oh no. No. Nice, he got me. Oh, he didn't get me? That was some BS, man. He ran out of stamina, so that's why he didn't do the pounce. But I would have been so mad if that was me. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Yeah, if that was me, bro, oh, I would have been so salt. Damn it. I'll take it. Pretty good scent though. And his outfit. Oh no. He warned me, he said it was over. Look at that. Damn, bro, I'm so sorry to do that to you. But he gave me the thumbs down. Sorry. It is what it is. Now, unfortunately, guys, that's gonna have to be my last one as Princess here woke up. But I do hope that the guide has helped you guys. Share it with your friends. Share it with your new players who are starting out that you know, just getting into the game. Of course, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications for whenever I upload. And link for the Discord is in the description as well. As always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.